Hello students, I won't stop telling you this. All students, whenever you're dealing with computers, you have to practice 2 people at least working in the group. These are the learning objectives for this chapter. This is working with File Explorer. Introduction to File Explorer, viewing folders. We are going to have a look at how to open a file and a folder, exploring and computers contents. We are going to have a look at searching for files and folders, creating and renaming folders, selecting files and folders, moving, copying and deleting files, using the recycle bin. I think these chapters are simple. Yeah, they are easy. I know you run them very fast. Let me not waste time with you guys, and let us proceed right now.
Windows 11 offers powerful tools to help you organize your files and folders. In this chapter, you will manage the files and folders on your computer by learning how to view, open, copy, move, and delete them. You will also search for information stored on your computer and learn how to use the recycle bin. Although you can utilize OneDrive to store and access your files, Windows 11 still uses local storage on your computer as well. Files can store programs, settings, shortcuts, documents, pictures, music, and videos. Program files are used to run applications such as Microsoft Word. Data files are generally created by a specific program and contain visible information, such as a word processing document.
So if I talk about local disk, I mean a hard drive.
A file's type is indicated by its file name extension, which consists of 3 or 4 characters at the end of the file name. For example, many program files use the file name extension.exe. A data file's extension generally indicates the type of program used to create the file. For example, the extension .xls or .xlsx represents a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet file. By default, Windows does not display the file name extensions when it lists files. Most files on your computer are stored in folders. Windows provides a set of default folders for you to use, and you can also create your own. Folders can contain any type of file and often contain other folders called subfolders. You can view the files and folders on your computer using File Explorer. Windows 11 uses Explorer windows as a consistent way to work with most Windows features, including changing your computer settings, viewing your network, and managing your files and folders. Let's open File Explorer now. In the File Explorer window, you'll see the default folders and libraries that Windows provides for every user, including documents, music, pictures, and videos, as well as subfolders not listed here. The navigation pane on the left provides ways to quickly access your folders and files. The Favorites area contains shortcuts to the most commonly used folders. You can add any folder to the Favorites section by dragging its icon from the right pane. To view additional folders associated with the current user, you can browse to the user folder on the hard drive.
Well, I'm going to click on the PC. After clicking PC, I'm going to double click drive C. This is our drive C, and this is the hard drive. This is what we call the main drive. So I'm going to double click it. Sorry. Then after, I'll double click or double tap users. These users, they are These are like accounts. And then I look for Sarah Skywalker.
Good. You now see all of the folders associated with the user Sarah and can easily navigate to any of the other folders displayed in the window. The right pane of the File Explorer contains icons for every folder within the Sarah folder. The address bar near the top of the window displays the name of the folder that is currently open. The status bar at the bottom of the window shows the number of items contained in the Sarah folder. The This PC area contains links to the user's desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, and videos folders, which are also displayed in the section on the right. The links are just a quick way to access these folders. Currently, folders are displayed in Details View. Details View lists the folders in alphabetical order and gives additional information about the folders. For example, the date the folder was created and last modified. The display can be changed using the View options available from the ribbon. These options allow you to change the way the folder and file options are displayed in the window and help you organize and view your files. The column headers above the folders enable you to sort and filter the items in the window. Clicking a header sorts the folders according to that header, such as by date modified. If folders are already sorted by a header, clicking the header reverses the sort order. Let's reverse the sort order using the name column header and then change it back. To work with the contents of a folder, you need to open it. You can open a folder by double-clicking its icon in the right pane. If the folder is also located in the Quick Access area, you can just click the folder name. Let's open the Documents folder. Here are the folders and files stored in Sarah's Documents folder. Each type of file is represented by a different icon. For example, web pages are represented by the Microsoft Edge icon. When displayed in Details View, each file icon also displays the file name, type, and size. Notice that the address bar now displays the name of the currently displayed folder. Now let's select one of the files. You can double-click a file or use its shortcut menu to open the selected file. Opening a file generally runs the program or app associated with that file, but the shortcut menu provides alternatives. The status bar at the bottom of the window now displays information about the selected file. Sometimes you may not be sure about which file you need to open. For example, some file names might be similar, and it would be helpful to know which file contains the information you want. File Explorer provides a preview pane that lets you view the contents of a file before opening it. The contents of the Lesson Plans file now appear in the preview pane on the right. Note that you cannot edit the contents of this file using the preview pane. To open this file, you can double-click its icon or use its shortcut menu. Let's take a look at the shortcut menu. The shortcut menu contains commonly used commands, which are also accessible from the ribbon. For example, if the system you're using does not already include a text editing application, you can visit the store to download an appropriate app. For your convenience, both Notepad and WordPad have already been installed. Let's use Notepad. Good. Now you can use the Notepad program to edit and print this file. For your convenience, a second file will be opened. When working with multiple open windows, The Snap Assist feature allows you to use the workspace more efficiently by snapping the open windows to the sides or corners of your screen. Arranging your workspace in this manner may help improve your productivity. You can arrange your open windows with snapping using the mouse, keyboard, or the Snap Assist feature. To use the mouse, click the title bar of the window you want to snap and drag it to either the left or right edge of your screen. Good. You can snap virtually any open window, including files, browser windows, and other application windows. In this example, you won't modify the open files, so let's close the Notepad windows. Then, remove the preview pane display from File Explorer. The format of File Explorer you see here is designed to help you manage folders and files within your user account. Often it is helpful to see a hierarchical view of all of the data storage areas of your computer, including the hard drives, CD-RW drives, DVD-RW drives, and other storage devices. File Explorer can display the contents of your computer so that you can view these devices. You can access this information using the This PC icon in the navigation pane. The right pane displays icons for your computer's hard drives, along with drives that contain removable media, such as CDs and DVDs. Each drive is assigned a letter. To view the contents of a storage device, you double-click it. By default, Windows creates the folders you see here on your C drive during installation. You can add more folders directly to your C drive, but keep in mind that those folders will be stored outside of your user account folder. The Program Files x86 folder contains most of the applications your computer uses. New programs that you install are generally stored in this folder. The Windows folder contains the files necessary to run the Windows operating system, and the Users folder contains all of the folders and files for each user account. Let's open the Users folder. Here you see a folder for each user, along with a folder called Public. This folder can be used to store shared files, which can be made accessible to anyone with access to your computer. It contains a series of subfolders. Notice that the address bar is displaying the location of the current folder with its relationship to the folders that contain it. This is called a path, and it can also be represented in an abbreviated form. Clicking an empty area of the address bar displays the abbreviated form. Now the path C/users/public is displayed. This represents the hierarchical relationship between the public folder, its parent folder, and the storage device containing the folders. Sometimes you may need to provide this path when installing programs or working with system features. Now let's return to Sarah's Documents folder. Although folders and files are stored hierarchically in a storage device, you do not necessarily need to know exactly where a folder or file is located to access it. Windows 11 provides powerful search tools to enable you to locate any file or feature matching specific criteria. You just need to know part of the file name, who created the file, or some other property of the file or folder, and Windows can find it for you. Windows offers several ways to search for folders, files, and other items on your computer. Previously, you looked at searching using the Start screen. Another way is to use the Search Documents box in the upper right corner of any Explorer window. You enter a word describing the item or items you want to locate. Windows will then search the currently displayed folder and subfolders and show the results. Let's search the Documents folder for all folders and files that are related to space. Windows filtered the list of folders and files to display only those files and folders related to space. It also changed the view to display the details of each item. Here you see all items on the computer whose file name, content, property, or tag contains the word space. From here, you could open any item by double-clicking it. When Windows searches for items, it compares the search word you entered with the file name, the actual content of the file, and any properties or tags associated with the file. A property is an additional piece of information associated with the file, such as the name of the author or the subject. A tag is a custom property that some programs, such as Windows Photo Gallery, allow you to add to a file. In this example, some of the files contain the word space in the file name and others contain the word space in the content, properties, or tags. Keep in mind that the Search Documents box in an Explorer searches only the currently displayed folder and its subfolders. This feature does not search your entire computer. Windows is able to perform fast and efficient searches because of its indexing feature. The Windows Index automatically stores information about most of the files you use on your computer. This information includes the file name, date modified, and other properties and tags that can be used when searching. The index provides a quick way to search because Windows only needs to search the file information stored in the index, not every folder. An index search also broadens your search, as Windows searches all of your files matching the search criteria. However, an index search does not track programs on your computer and files that are not contained in a user account folder. The Location list box contains an option called Computer, which searches all of the drives on your computer. Depending on the number of folders and files stored on your drives, a search may take a while to complete. While Windows performs the search, the address bar displays a green bar that indicates the progress of the search. The Documents folder is still filtered and shows the results of the search you performed earlier. The address bar indicates that the current display is the result of a search performed in the Documents folder. Once you perform a search, you can save the search criteria for later use. The Save Search option on the ribbon enables you to do this. The search will be saved in the Favorites area. So far, you have searched for files and folders using File Explorer. Additional search features are available using the Start screen and search icon on the taskbar. You have finished working with the Windows search tools, so let's return to Sarah's Documents folder. Notice that the screen tip on the back button will indicate which screen will be displayed. Jump lists are another quick means of accessing documents, images, media files, and websites you use frequently. To open a jump list, right-click a program icon on the taskbar. The items that populate a jump list depend on the program associated with the list. For example, the jump list for the media player lists your frequently played tunes, while a jump list for an internet browser will display websites you view often. The File Explorer jump list shows frequently visited folders. Jump lists are not just shortcuts to files. Sometimes they also provide access to commands for the application, such as playing a music file or creating a new document. You can pin whatever files you want to a jump list to effectively create a list of favorites or frequently used or viewed items. Let's close the list. As you add files to your computer, you may want to store related items in different folders. To do this, you can create new folders. The Organize group on the Home tab of the ribbon contains a command to create a new folder. Sarah wants to create a new folder to store the files for the unit on space she'll be teaching. The first step is to open the folder or disk drive that will contain the new folder. In this case, the new folder will be contained within the Documents folder, which is already open. The folder you created has been automatically assigned the name New Folder. When a folder is created, Windows keeps the folder name selected so that you can immediately rename it. The folder is now named Unit on Space. If you change your mind and want to assign a different name to the folder, you can use the Rename command. This command is located in the Organize group on the Home tab of the ribbon, as well as on the shortcut menu for the selected folder. Let's rename this folder. Good. Keep in mind that you can use the Rename command to change the name of any folder in your computer. You can also change a folder's name by selecting the folder, clicking once on the folder name, and then entering the new name. Now that you have created a new folder, let's organize some of Sarah's files. Windows provides many tools to help you organize your files within the folders on your computer. For example, you can move and copy files from one folder to another, as well as delete files and folders. Before performing any action on a file or folder, you must select it. To select one file, you just click its name. Information about the selected folder and file displays at the bottom of the page. Additional information about the files can be displayed using the Details pane option from the View tab on the ribbon. The ribbon contains additional options that are uniquely related to this specific file type. Sometimes you may want to select all the items in a folder so that you can work with all of them at the same time. The Select group on the Home tab of the ribbon contains the Select All command. Now, all of the files and folders within the Documents folder are selected. When you no longer need items to be selected, you can deselect them by clicking a blank area in the right pane of the window. Often, you will need to select specific files to copy or move. To select a group of files that are listed in sequence, click the first file and then hold down the Shift key while clicking the last file in the group. In this example, the files are listed alphabetically. Let's select all the files from Rockets through Venus. Good. Notice that the number of items selected displays at the bottom of the window. For your convenience, a new folder titled Grades will be created and added to Documents. If you need to select multiple files that are not listed in sequence, hold down the Control key and select the files you want. Let's keep the current selection and add several more items to the selection.
Yeah, don't forget that when I'm selecting file, I select Control. It will select only filing. When I'm press Control and then I click, it selects only filing. The same thing that I've done with lesson plans. I pressed Control and then I clicked with my mouse. And then grades, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to press Control and then I click Grades folder.
If you need to deselect a single file from a multiple selection, then you can Control plus click the file. The remaining files remain selected. For this example, let's leave the selection as it is. Once files and folders are selected, you can manipulate them in various ways. In this example, Sarah wants to move the selected files into the Empty Space Unit folder. Windows offers several methods for moving files and folders. One way is to drag the selected item to another location. When multiple items are selected, dragging one item moves all of the selected items. Let's move the Grades folder and the selected files to the Space Unit folder.
What I'll do, I'll press the left button and hold. That's when I'll be dragging. Then all the files will go to the Space Unit folder.
The selected items no longer appear in the Documents folder because they have been moved to the Space Unit folder. You can also drag a file or folder with your right mouse button to move a file. Using the right mouse button to drag a file opens a menu allowing you to move or copy the file or to create a shortcut to the file. Let's place a copy of the ozone file in the Space Unit folder. Another way to copy and move files in folders is by using the Copy, Cut, and Paste commands. These commands are accessible from an Items shortcut menu as well as the Clipboard group on the Home ribbon, and are helpful when you need to copy and move items to other areas of your computer. The Copy command places a copy of an item in a temporary storage area called the clipboard. The Paste command places the copied item from the clipboard into the folder you specify. The Cut command is similar to the Copy command, except that the original item is deleted when you paste it to its new location. Let's use the Copy and Paste commands to copy the Apollo 14 movie clip file to Sarah's Videos folder. The Videos folder is accessible from the Folders list, which is currently collapsed in the left pane. Now you can paste the copied file into the Videos folder. Good! You have worked with files and folders using options on an Items shortcut menu. Often you will need to delete files and folders from your computer. To delete a file or folder, select it and press the Delete key. You can also right-click the item and click Delete on the shortcut menu. Deleting a folder also deletes all other files and folders contained within it. Good! The file has been removed from the Documents folder and no longer appears in the right pane. You have finished working with the Documents folder, so let's close File Explorer. Whenever you delete a file or folder, it is not actually removed from your computer. Instead, Windows moves the item from its original location to the recycle bin. The recycle bin ensures that the deleted files can be recovered if they are needed later. The recycle bin is accessible from the desktop. Currently, the recycle bin icon indicates it contains deleted files. Later you will see the icon when it is empty. To open the recycle bin, double-click its icon. The recycle bin window contains all the files that have been deleted but can still be restored. To restore a file or any other item, select an item. Use the shortcut menu associated with the selected item, or use the context-sensitive ribbon commands. The file is now back in its original location, the Documents folder. The next time you open the Documents folder, you will see the Living in Space file there. Another way to restore a file is to drag it from the recycle bin and drop it in another location, such as a different folder or even the desktop. Let's restore the Starry Night file to the desktop. Good. Now that the Starry Night file has been moved to the desktop, it won't be deleted when the recycle bin is emptied. You can delete all the files in the recycle bin by clicking the Empty the Recycle Bin option on the Manage ribbon. You can also delete specific files by selecting them and pressing the Delete key on your keyboard. Keep in mind that once a file is deleted from the recycle bin, it can no longer be recovered by Windows. The recycle bin is now empty. All of the items in it have now been permanently deleted and can no longer be recovered by Windows. Now, close the recycle bin. Notice that the recycle bin icon now indicates it is empty. Keep in mind that each user account has its own recycle bin. So, in this example, emptying Sarah's recycle bin will have no effect on the contents of other users' recycle bins. In this chapter, you worked with File Explorer to view, open, move, copy, and delete files and folders. You used the search box and the search pane to locate files and folders, and you restored several files using the recycle bin.